too cold, standing in the middle of the downpour, looking in the mirror, cause it's only you that you have to lose. Had a backward on a one-way, trying to stop from running, but you can't wait. Bury all the evidence you'll only learn when you crash and burn. It's too cold, standing in the middle of the downpour, looking in the mirror, cause it's only you that you have to lose. Had a backward on a one-way, trying to stop from running, but you can't wait. Bury all the evidence you'll only learn when you crash and burn.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I just need to get the game situated. Hold up, because I am the forgetful one. Ow! I don't know what that was. What's up, everybody? How are we doing this fine evening, afternoon, evening, same thing, something? With words and stuff. Right on time. Not really, but whatever. Awesome, let's get into this. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream with your boy Risky, and today we're going to be playing some Pokemon. We're going to be doing some raids, some emboar raids, because why not? I have 6 more eggs. This is actually like the lowest I've ever gotten from a batch of like 300 eggs, so I'm kind of bummed about this. No shinies, no, didn't get 10. So where we could talk about an update on the Tandem Mouse project or Tandem Mouse thing. I did go through and do some sorting to grab some stuff. So I have my Mightiest Mark Pokemon. This is not a Mightiest Mark Pokemon. I don't know why. Well, I know why it's in here. I thought it was. So we got a couple of things going for us. I really wish that this was a perfect IV, because then I would have already had my female Venusaur and not have to do anything else. So yeah, we have ourselves some stuff. So yeah, I did decide to do this because nobody got back to me on what we were on whether or not we were playing Helldivers. So I went ahead and just said forget it, and decided to do some theory crafting and hang out with you guys because it's a lot of fun. Okay, so aside from uh doing a little bit of sorting and whatnot for my for the whatchamacallit, um my boxes, I haven't really done anything. I hatched another 300 eggs, so we're up to a total of 900. It was actually 295 or 96 or 94. I don't remember exactly the number. I just know that I'm north of 900 eggs hatched, with a little over 30. I think it's like close to 40. Uh, Perfect IV tandem mouses that I've had. These are the only 6 that are not evolved. I have obviously I have a few shinies for competitive purposes. So there's that. I really kind of want to try and find a way to make Tandem Mouse work in competitive. I don't think it's going to be that feasible to make happen, just because it's kind of a niche Pokemon to do. I think it's really funny to try and do like I think it'd be really funny to do like a population bomb King's Rock option where it goes to attempt to make the Pokemon flinch, uh, instead of, but that can be kind of finicky with some of the options that we have. We have a lot of base Pokemon that we can use to start breeding up some stuff. We have things like Meganium, uh, and obviously we have the multiple we have multiple Rillabooms because of the fact that I did the Rillaboom raid on both my Japanese profile and my English profile, which I should have started doing that a lot sooner, but yeah, it definitely isn't meta. I really wish it was, because like I said, the population bomb is just a meme, and it's a really funny meme, and it does really well, but it gets hit too hard, and there's not really much you can do about the its longevity. But then there's also the fact that you could do supportive options for tandem or a mousehold, but also my AC is not working again. So we're gonna have a little bit of. Hopefully, we don't have any major distractions, but let's get into this. So we originally had a really aggressive Sun team that I feel like worked really well. I went pretty close to, I think I had like a 55% win rate. Granted, I only played like 30 or 40 games. So there's that. I just love looking at all of my Pokemon that have like perfect IVs and all of these stats and just not it's so nice to have just perfect IVs instead of just like this. This just that hurts me to see. I'd rather see not even that. Like I'd rather see like this instead of 4 options, but what's up, Circular Nutman? Risk it for the biscuit, yep. So I like seeing my perfect IV Pokemon. I definitely, and like obviously we can quickly save and hop into yeah, it's just aesthetically pleasing to have perfect IVs. So let's hop into Pokemon Home real fast. I am fantastic. How are you? we're gonna hop into Pokemon Home because we do have a lot of Pokemon that we've bred up and we've just stored in that we just never got around to using. That we've already like basically set up for competitive purposes. We have things like Meowscarada. Like we have all of the starters and a few of the early forms um in the Paldean decks, but we also have um a lot of other Pokemon. Anytime, buddy. We have a lot of Pokemon available to us to that are already maxed out or perfect IVs, which is awesome. And those Pokemon start here. So I have Girafarig, which we could get a Farafarig. I have Impidimp, Nimble. I think some of these actually might be Fantastics and not Perfects. Yeah, that one's a Fantastic. So that means that it's the other side of these boxes here. So these I believe might be my Perfects. Or are these the fodder and I don't actually have them separated at all? Um, yeah, it looks like some of these are fodder. Obviously, this one's fine. Alright, so that means that if those are all fodder, yeah, these are all my perfect ones. So I have, what is that, 38 plus 6. So we're looking at 44 perfect IV mouse holds. Um, and then these are all like our fantastics. What I might do is if I ever like get too like behind myself or like too like beaten down on this, I might try and get rid of what's the build for Garchomp? You for Gore. I will show it off here in a minute when we get out of Pokemon Home. We do have Gimme Ghouls. We have Perfect IV Gimme Ghouls that and Shiny Gimme Ghouls. So we could use that. We do have a Shiny Poniard and Perfect IV Poniard, along with Chimchar. We have Growlithe still. We also have Goomy and Murkrow. Yeah, a lot of these are what they are. And then we have 5 IV Mouseholds, family of 4, which is really annoying. I really want a family of 3. We have a Petalil that we can use to help breed because I believe this is either not perfect or it's already perfect. I don't remember. No, it is perfect. So we do have a Petalil. If we wanted to use that for whatever, or a Whimsicott, because I know Whimsicott's really good. We have Fido. I don't think that Doxabun is all that good for competitive. It might be, and I might just be underestimating it. We do have our Groudon, and if we wanted to, we could use Eternatus. I do have a Perfect IV Eternatus that is shiny from an event that happened a while back. So we have that. I have the Groudon that I used in Sword and Shield. I really wish that that Corsola wasn't or was available, at least available, because I enjoyed using that. I didn't use it all that often. I actually found myself falling into line with a couple of other options. So I can save the decision on. I honestly I think we actually have to make a decision on what our our restricted Pokemon is going to be before we can actually make the rest of the team, because I think the restricted is what we're going to be building around. So like we have the Eternatus, we have Groudon, we have Zacian. I could do Zamazanta. I honestly don't have a problem with that. I do really want the event Zamazanta because I missed that and I didn't even know that that was even a thing that they were doing. So I'm really kind of bummed that I missed out on that. I kind of think that I honestly I think Greninja might actually be like super good for this raid. Oh, but we could. Oh, and then I also kind of want to see. I mean, there's so many things that I want to see if we can do something with. We have a Regieleki, which I still need to go through and get my own Regieleki. But we have Regieleki that we could use, and that's not a restricted. That's just a Pokemon we could get. We have Calyrex that we could do Calyrex Shadow. Um, you have a friend with a shiny Zama. I don't think he'd be willing to give me. He might. I mean, that would be really sick. If he would be willing to do that, and if you're willing for lack of a better way of saying it, fork it over. That'd be awesome. But by no means am I gonna make you, or no, by no means am I gonna ask you to do something like that. That's not fair to you, and that's not like it's your Pokemon. You should be able to do whatever you want with it. Um, I mean, yeah, I know he quit the game, but like, if you get your hands on it, then it's yours, and it's like, okay, do you really want to get rid of it? Like, if not, I'm not gonna make you. I'm not gonna ask that of you. If you're willing to, then cool. Oh, I also have a Lycanroc that I can use. Uh, I have a shiny Lycanroc. I think this is a perfect IV as well. You know, play no more. So yeah, I mean that'd be sick if you can get your hand. No, it's not perfect. If you can get your hands on it, then that would be amazing because I might use Zamazanta. Because then I can go Zamazanta, Iron Tre or Great Tusk. What's up, VGC? I can go Zamazanta. Uh, what is it? Zamazanta, Great Tusk. I could do Palafin. It depends. Oh, okay, yeah. If you have the shinies on, like I have, I was given the the Zacian already, and I greatly appreciate. Off the top of my head, I don't remember who gave this to me. I believe Evan gave it to me because he had a spare. And I do greatly appreciate it. I'm kind of bummed that we didn't have a spare Zamazanta because the pink Doge is hilarious to me. But then we also have Eternatus that we could use as well. And we got this from from a European giveaway, and I think that's hilarious to me. But yeah, it's got a timid nature with perfect stats, and it's shiny, and it's awesome and usable. So I think that's funny. Let's see here. I think that it would be really cool to use Cinderace, but I kind of want to use Oh, it was someone else for the Zacian. Yeah, I honestly I can't remember, and like I feel really bad for not being able to remember, but uh, I'm still great. I'm still grateful for it. So Um. Oh, that's right. We also have access to Rayquaza for this event as well. I don't know if I kind of want to use Metagross, but I think it's kind of niche. Um, and kind of difficult to use. We also have access to Blaziken again, which would be super sick. Do I have a monkey yet? What do you mean by monkey? Like Infernape? I have the whole. No, I don't have a Zarude, and that is something that I also missed that event, and I'm really upset about that too. Uh, so let me actually show you what I have because or the Pokedex on home because like I'm missing not very much on my Galarian Pokedex to be able to finish that, and then that would be my Paldean and my Galarian Pokedex basically full. You have 3. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to use, what legend I want to use. So I don't have a Zarude. I can get a Draco or a Regidrago without needing to worry too much about it because obviously I already have a Regieleki, so I could go Regidrago in my Shield version and just be happy with that. And then obviously I have the the Ice horse. I can get my hands on from Scarlet and Violet. And that would be all of the Pokemon for your 2 shiny Diancies. I don't think I have a shiny Diancie, but I also don't really need it. But yeah, VGC, that's what we were just talking about is the what legend, like I still don't know what legend I want to use. I think I'm leaning towards shiny Zamazanta if I can get my hands on it. So shiny Zamazanta would be good. Obviously Jation's still really good. Oh, sick. I appreciate that. But if I can get my hands on the Zamazanta, I might lean toward. I might be leaning towards Zamazanta, just because I think it'd be really funny to or really good to use a defensive build. For ooh, that's unfortunate. He's camping. Yikes. That might actually be quite a while before I can get my hands on that then. I might have to lean away from it then. Just because it's a long ways away. And I don't really want to... Granted, we are just theory crafting, so... we still got a little ways to go. It's so difficult, man. I don't know. That's the hard part. Cause I think I'm leaning towards. Yeah, I guess that's not too awful bad. I usually stream Monday, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Though Thursdays have been kind of difficult because that's usually when a lot of my friends have more time to play other games and they get to me before I make decisions on what I'm doing. Hmm. I do on Fridays, Saturdays, or Fridays and Saturdays. Sundays are my D&D day, so I play D&D with a group of friends, and I don't stream that, so that tends to be the main reason why. No, Saturday is one of my stream days. It's Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Um, I think I might do Zamazanta. I like the idea, and worst cases, I can just use the one from my playthrough, and then just go through and reset stats and all that fun stuff. Uh, and then obviously the only other thing that I have to do uh, is figure out what goes with Zamazanta. I guess it would also help to have Pokélytics up to see what's being used in Regulation G. It looks like Calyrex Shadow is on 25% of teams, 26% of teams. Yeah, I kind of want to see if I can use Raging Bolt as well. I don't know how well that's gonna work. And we'll probably do Crowned Zamazanta just because that is still that is usable. That does change the item that we have to hold. Oh no, shoot. That is pretty cool. If I had close to 10K, I would hope that I'm making enough money that I could do it full time. But I don't know. I don't know if that is enough to do it, or if you have to hit like 1 million to do it full time. I'm just shocked that Mewtwo isn't used on teams more. Yeah, let's go with Zamazanta is our restricted, and we'll build Zamazanta last just because I don't want to build up two Zamazantas and use the resources for that. It just sounds annoying. Um, I also need to find a new money making strat in this game because I'm slowly running out of money. Your main account is cat on accounted. That's so funny. I will try and keep that in mind. And I can definitely look them up in the future. What are we doing? We're doing Rust. Yeah, definitely doing Rusted Shield. Uh, Obviously, Dauntless Shield is the. I don't know what nature would be good. Oh, I'm realizing that this is gonna be so good. because a lot of the meta still uses a lot of. You have 100k. Oh my. Uh. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. There's the whatchamacallit. You can now generate items, which is kind of funny, but uh, I I thought that the AFK strat was still the best way to get money. Oh yeah. So that Garchomp build is right here. Um, so it is a I put out a video of this on the channel, so you can definitely check out the video. But the Garchomp build is a level 100 Garchomp with a Shell Bell, Ground Terra type, uh, with the Sand Veil ability. The ability doesn't really matter that much. I don't think you want Rough Skin. I think there's a reason for it. I don't remember why. But it's gonna have Earthquake, Breaking Swipe, Swords Dance, and Rain Dance. You do need all 4 of those moves. You do use them a little bit. And then you put all of your stats into HP and attack. I put the last 4 stats into speed. You might want to put them in defense just for that extra point of defense, but I don't think it matters all that much. And the you can watch the video on the proper setup in raid, because once you're in the raid, certain very specific things have to happen to help. But that, and it's a very niche and very specific way. Why not Sandstorm? So the main reason why is that Sandveil is not the ability is not what's necessary. You run Rain Dance instead of Sandstorm to reduce the damage of Heat Crash from emboar and its flame charge or whatever, or yeah, Flare Blitz. It basically it's to reduce the damage from the fire attacks that you're gonna get hit with, and just makes you more. It makes you more. What's the word I'm looking for? It makes you less susceptible to dying, and Sandveil is literally just to make the Mon easier to get. You don't need the ability. Like, you could do either ability technically. I don't think Rough Skin is worth taking the time to get or using the resources. That's all. So I guess Sandveil is just for the ease of access more so than anything else. Alright, so we go Zamazanta, obviously. Probably Body Press, Protect. What? Fucking Iron Defense. We could go Wide Guard as just a defensive. Oh, do both abilities work? Okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you already have it, then more power to you. I mean, that doesn't sound too terrible. So we go Body Pet, Press, Protect, Heavy Slam, and Wide Guard. Wide Guard's just there to help with mitigating the damage from Fluttermane, so that we can, that way we can sweep with another Pokemon that we're in with. That way we don't have to put as much emphasis in tank on the side by side Pokemon. TM Earthquake was Oh, where was it? It was I want to say it was like right over here. Like right in here. I think it's literally right here. No, 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 no. I'm thinking of up here. It's ooh. Yeah, I don't remember where it was. Oh, wide guard or protect. I was thinking protect so that we didn't have to always block just one or the other. Yeah, I was going impish nature. Ooh, Terra Water is interesting. I like the EVs 244, 4, 84, 4, and 72 speed. Or 172 with the Impish Nature. I figured Impish Nature was the case. Obviously Dauntless Shield. I didn't I'm curious about the Water Terra. Um is that just to Oh, that's just to protect against fire, isn't it? It's a defensive Terra to help protect it from taking damage. Let's see. I don't want to use Pokélytics. I want to use Pokélytics because it gives me like use cases, but it does not give me like the ability to plan out paratypes at all, nor give me good calculations for it. Clover bells. Oh yeah, no that makes sense. That is true. I was thinking of using Pokélytics just for the fact that I can see what pairs like what other people would pair with, and then I can make a decision based on that. But right now it's just suggesting the top five, the five most common things that people use, which is Chin Pao, Pelipper, Fluttermane, Raging Bolt, and Rillaboom. I don't believe that it is recommending that those based on what I've already selected, which is kind of dumb. Hmm. Uh, I think Ting Lu would be one that I've never used. So I mean, Ting Lu sounds interesting. Um, I guess Pelipper would be pretty interesting. Where is my raid? Wait, a Pokemon I've not seen? Having a mouse outbreak. Interesting. Oh, I'm still on the from when I recorded because I recorded that video at 4 in the morning. Yeah, Pelipper is good. Uh, yeah, especially with Hurricane and Drizzle. We can go Pelipper as just a helpful mon. Or I say helpful, I mean a support. Let's see here. We also have a Fire Terror raid. We can check that out real fast too. Mass Shift is not a big deal. Yeah. Basque Legion sounds interesting. I don't know if I kind of like the idea of using Urushifu because Urushifu is just uh, Barraskewda. I like the idea of using Urushifu just because Urushifu is really meta right now. Uh, my goodness. 408 is its max speed. Interesting. Any water type with rain absorb absorber would be good. Yeah. I think I still think that you can get a faster Pokemon with either Regieleki or Dracopult. Basculegion with Switzerland Basculegion with last respects, yeah. Evan, are you the only one? Is Evan going to be the only one joining? We got 2 minutes, dude. I'm gonna be resetting for this anyway, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, I'll be resetting my raids and doing this probably a dozen or more times a day. Trying to, at least. So, you don't have to worry too much about missing one. Now, the downside is I don't know how well a multi-person version of this build does, because the build that I outlined in my video is specifically a solo option. But it should be fine. We didn't get a intimidator, so then again, I think with the number of breaking swipes we do between the two of us, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. It set shield but didn't reset stats, so there's the stat notification. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. Rhyperior. What do you mean for the raid? Negative effects from itself. Swords Dance, that should be fine. I mean, Rhyperior for the raid, I mean, not really, but I can see where you're getting at. I do actually need to Terra into Earthquake because I need to be able to do a lot of damage. I mean, yeah, in theory, it has access to a lot of the same stuff, but it's just that you don't have the stat boost, and I mean, you could do like Iron Defense or Bulk Up or something like that. I think Rhyperior has access to Bulk Up. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm glad I Terra'd when I did because I wouldn't have gained as much HP off of my Earthquake. Even though I'm supposed to do one Earthquake without Terra, but he reset his stats and has like all sorts of strength. But he is about to bulk up twice. But yeah, if he has bulk up, if he has access to bulk up, then it would be a great option. There's the bulk up. No bulk up. I know it has access to Iron Defense, so Iron Defense would be an option. And then you could do like, no, you couldn't do Body Press because Body Press is fighting. and it just wouldn't be as effective as. Heat Crash is the one move that is kind of sketchy for this build. Yeah, it's the double move like that, the double hit like that hurts a lot. Without an Intimidator, we kind of have to. I mean, his shield's already down, so like a non-Terran Earthquake should still do it, and it did. Easy peasy. And we got a Sweet Herba Mystica. Oh, oh, that's unfortunate. Wild Charge, yes. The only reason why it doesn't use Wild Charge for the raid is because, or at least for us, is because we brought ground types, so it's immune, and it knows that it's immune, so it won't even attempt it usually. Yeah. No, in the video that I posted, I actually got a really good set of teammates for the raid. I mean, honestly, Garchomp is probably the best thing to try and solo it. I could see Altaria for like if you're trying to build a wide arrangement of things, but like I said, if you go into the raid with 4 Garchomps like online, you're more than likely gonna kill it because of the fact that everybody breaking swipes, reducing its attack so it does nothing basically to you the entire time, and then as soon as it resets its stats, everybody uses Swords Dance, and then everybody drops a Terrassalized Earthquake, and it's basically over in no time. And then obviously like you have to deal with like it using Heat Crash and stuff, but like it's not that big of a deal. Evan, do you have Breaking Swipe, or do you need something for it? Because I have the materials to craft Breaking Swipes if I need to. Along with I have extras. An OP idea, I'm down to hear it. Oh, RNG is like awful for this swagger spam. I don't think swagger spam is gonna matter. If you want my honest opinion, I don't think it will matter. Foul play Umbreon, it would get KO'd first, like one hit over and over because of the strength of Uh, emboar. I mean, it wouldn't use drain punch, which means that the recoil damage would add up, but it would get one shot. There'd be like I don't think there's any amount of tank you could give an Umbreon to not just get absolutely fucking clapped, for lack of a better way of saying it. You know? Perfect. I should have reset the time. I mean, I'm hearing you out. I'm just giving you the objective, like, Mew maybe, because I know Mew can be like very very good. Reflect, Light Clay, Swords Dance, and then Earthquake with a Ground Terra, maybe. And I assume you'd put. Well, that would be 5 moves because you have Reflect, Light Clay, or no, sorry, Light Clay's the item. Uh, Life Dew you'd probably never use because by the time you could get around, like you would use Life Dew, you'd get hit to the point where you need to use Life Dew. You'd use Life Dew and then you'd get hit again, and it would probably KO you. So Life Dew is not, like you doing the healing is not gonna be helpful, unless like you are, uh, like only healing and you're in an online scenario. But in this case, you're are you talking like to solo it? Because I honestly don't think that would work. Uh, in a solo or even in an online environment, I don't think that would work. Because you'd just never be able to use Life Dew. Like Reflect, yeah, you're gonna reduce the damage for 5 turns, and then have to use to re-up Reflect. But when it gets to its like yeah, you might survive for a period of time, but like once it goes to use its, I should have gone north. But once it gets to a certain point, it's just gonna be moot to even try and like use Reflect. Sorry. I mean, with a bulky build, maybe, but it's still. I'm not gonna lie, it still sounds. It sounds jank as hell. If you want my honest opinion on this, is it sounds super jank, and my only thing is that once you get to the bulk ups, because it uses 2 bulk ups back to back that you have no response to, like you can't do anything. So it's going to use 2 bulk ups. It's going to become tankier, which means that your Earthquake isn't going to do as much damage, and it's going to hit you even harder because it's going to be at a stage 4 attack, which I believe is ×2. So it's dealing double damage. Yes, your defense is dropping it by maybe 50%, but like it's still going to start hitting super hard at that point, and that's where I think that the strategy would fall apart. Is like you'd get to the end, and then you're like, oh, I wasted Um, on Garchomp, because you don't technically, I don't think you really need the defensive stat on Garchomp. Or can Garchomp not get it? I don't know if Garchomp can even get it then. Because that is a good point. Why not just run? Oh no, on Mew. That could be the case. Mew, I think Garchomp definitely can't. Uh, but I believe Mew can learn almost every move, so I don't think that it's a matter of whether or not Mew can learn it. Yeah, Mew can learn every TM move, and there's no moves for breeding. Um, you would just have to make sure bulk up or yeah, Garchomp can't get bulk up, so oh sorry, I didn't realize that the time was running out. Um, and yeah, bulk up is a TM, so yeah, I mean that would work, or that would be an option. I don't know if it would be a great one. It might actually only. I don't know how many stages it increases because it might actually only increase by one each use, which is probably why you won't use it. Is because you're gonna spend too many turns using bulk up to for it to slap you in the face and KO you anyway because of crit. The Unrivaled, there we go. Swords Dance. Man, bulk up would be really good on Garchomp though, if he could learn it. 2. Or at least for this raid. I don't know if it would be used all that frequently. There's the negative effects from itself. I have to Terra an Earthquake now or I'm gonna die because he doesn't have the reduction in. I might have to. I'll have to set up my last whatchamacallit prior to. Yeah, that should keep me alive, hopefully. Yeah, that does. But I don't have the room to use another. Yeah. I just have to keep on earthquaking at this point. I can't use another Swords Dance just yet. Not until we're able to either attempt to use breaking swipes to knock its attack down, or there's its second and final stat removal. I'll use a Swords Dance. I'm hoping that doesn't screw me, because I need that last attack increase to actually do some decent damage. Yeah, there's some decent damage, and that should full heal me too, so unless he crits me, I should be. And there's his bulk up. Scripted bulk up 1, scripted bulk up 2 should happen shortly thereafter. Yeah, it's only one stage each, so that's why you wouldn't use bulk up on you, is because it would take you 6 turns to max out defense and attack, and that is just too long in this raid. Because by the time he does that, he's punching you for way more damage, and he's healing too much. The heat crash on not me is amazing, actually. It keeps on hitting like other people's Pokemon, like non-player Pokemon. It keeps on hitting NPC Pokemon. Yes, but I have a feeling he's still gonna be hitting you really hard. Like, too hard. And if it takes you 6 turns to set up, you have to set Reflect. So that means you're using 8 turns. Turn 1, Reflect. Turn 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 you're using bulk up, and then turn 7 you're using Reflect. You're not being able to attack him until turn 8, and by turn 8 we're all like most of the raid, like the strategies, like the Garchomp strategy, by turn 8 it's already doing damage and like almost ending the round. Yeah, that might be a thing that you could do. The problem is that the other thing you have to remember is that none of those first 7 moves, set you up to Terrastalize. None of them. Which means that you're not going to be able to do much damage through its shield, which means that you're not going to be healing off of using Shell Bell. I mean, if Mew's mainly a support, then yeah, there's not much point to using too many. Like, you don't need Earthquake, you don't need you'll need Reflect. You probably won't need Iron Defense or Bulk Up, for the sheer fact that if you're going for support, Reflect with Light Clay and Life Dew is probably all you're ever gonna use if you're just spamming those, and you spam you actually can't, because you'd have to have Light Clay for Reflect, so that means you can't use Shell Bell, which means that yeah, It just genuinely doesn't dry or doesn't work. But like I said, if you're using it for support, then yes, it definitely will work, and Life Dew and Reflect will be more than enough to keep everybody alive to do the rest of the damage necessary. Oh, it didn't reset my. Yeah, I mean, on paper it was a good idea, but the more I thought about it, I was like, it makes it harder. And if your whole purpose of everything is to be just support, then you're thinking about it way too much, unfortunately. But that's also the nature of. You could use, if you wanted to use an imprison build, you could try and put everything but wild charge on Mew. So that would be Heat Crash. Ooh, I have to pull up the raid again now. Because an imprison build would be pretty memes. So if you do Flare Blitz, Drain Punch, Head Smash, Imprison, and then you use Imprison, the only thing he could use is Wild Charge, and if he's only using Wild Charge, he can't hit the Garchomps. So as a support, that would work. My only worry is that eventually you would have to find a way. I mean, you definitely have to find a way to get. I mean, that's still memes as hell for support. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you want my honest opinion on that, that is so funny. Oh, Head Smash isn't a TM. I mean, even then, Head Smash and Wild Charge are the only two moves it can do. It can't use Drain Punch to heal. Um, so it's still memes as hell. What does Feather Dance do? Partially lowers attack. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of why we run Breaking Swipe, is because Breaking Swipe is our way of building up our terrestrialization, so we can Terra after turn 3, and then from there you're not really like intending on reducing it. But I mean, if you're doing that, then yeah, after the shield drops, using Feather Dance to reduce its attack means that it just makes it that much better. But reducing its defense is probably a lot better, because its attack will already be low. Granted, it'll reset its stats twice and then do 2 bulk ups. So I think reducing its defense is a much better strategy though. Uh, so the problem is that we're not using dragon moves past a certain point, or dragon shear would work. I'm not trying, and like don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to like find all of the holes. We use breaking swipe 3 times each, and that's it. Then we're using earthquake. Earthquake and Swords Dance with one rain dance sprinkled in somewhere. Uh oh, I guess it does give them a heightened chance of landing critical hits, but it all okay. I see. It's not only dragon types. It's okay. It's crits for all moves, but it does it more for dragon moves. That makes sense. Oh, if the okay, then yeah, that might work. I mean, all that does is increases the possibility of getting crits, which is pretty big and helpful. But it's like I said, I don't know. It's just hard to find something that makes this because this is already really easy. The only thing that would make this more difficult is if we get unlucky and get fucking Logan, the guy who brings a Bloliv, because a Bloliv is quite literally the bane of this strategy, because Earthquake is damage is reduced by half when you have grassy terrain. Oh, we have an Intimidate setter and a Will-O-Wisper. Woo, baby! We're gonna have a good time in this one. This is gonna be like a no diffy in the jiffy, man. This is gonna be big. I just noticed, Evan, you're using a male Garchomp and I'm using a female Garchomp, and you can tell because of the fin on the back. It doesn't have the notch on mine, and it has the notch on yours. And the only reason why I know this is a major thing is because I was doing some research on all of the forms, because I want to do that like living competitive decks with forms. And I noticed that up until Generation 4, Pokemon did a lot of, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of gender differences between the two types, or the two genders, like a bunch, like the it, incredible amounts. And then after Gen 4, it drops down to single digit Pokemon in the remaining, like the next like 5 generations. It's crazy. This is Swords Dance 2. Will-O-Wisp doesn't matter because it's a. I believe Will-O-Wisp doesn't matter because I think he's immune to Will-O-Wisp because of uh being a fire type, I think. Last Swords Dance. Use a Rain Dance now. And earthquake. Terror removes immunity. Okay, then I don't know why Will-O-Wisp didn't work. It should have then. Oh, I guess that would make sense. Yeah, the shield does make it immune. Well, it makes it immune unless you hit it with like a fire type move. That still happens. Like that still can cause it to what's up? Oh, you have gotten unlucky with crits, yeah. It should still not be doing a whole lot of damage because of the intimidate. Unless the Arcanine hasn't fainted a whole lot, and it's reset out of the intimidate too much. But as long as you can Terra and then start using Earthquake, you should be fine. Windshield about to break. Yeah, I know. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, that works too. Yeah, Heat Crash did almost nothing because of... What do you mean Hunter gone? Oh yeah, no, this raid with a with an Intimidator is, especially if the Intimidator is a NPC, it is so easy. Like, I'm finding that this is a lot easier to do online. Yeah, Spicy Herba Mystica and an ability patch. What do you mean, Circle? Gatos? Yeah, the Gardevoir NPC. So I posted a video earlier this morning that outlined like what this strategy is and what like the way I did it solo. Um, and then proceeded to get on my third attempt because obviously I can't do anything on the first attempt because that would be too easy. I got a Tauros and a Gardevoir, and so like the raid was just incredibly easy from that point on, and I just thought that that was really funny. Okay. We are basically just resetting these emboar raids and just doing them non-stop. So anybody who wants to join is welcome to join. Welcome back, Circle. Like I said, we're just resetting these raids and just getting them done, doing a bunch of them, trying to get Terra shards, ability patches, rare materials, candies, all that fun stuff. So we are definitely managing. CLP, who's that? Oh, that is. You have a plan. I'm not gonna say you can't cook. That doesn't sound like it's gonna work. Alluring voice when bulk up. Possibly. You just have to remember that that's a scripted thing that happens at 40% HP. But I'm not saying you're not allowed to cook. I've never told anybody oh, and we get an Arcanine. Oh my god. Such a good thing to get with when we're trying to do a 3-person thing. Breaking swipe. Critical hit. It's 2. I was gonna say I always let people cook, but when it comes down to it, if your cooking impacts my ability to effectively farm stuff, I'm gonna say something. But right now you have the cooking pass, so there is the shield, and it should reset stats as well. Perfect. So that is the only time it's ever gonna reset stats. So we're gonna swords dance. That's 1. 2. 3. Yeah. And then one earthquake. Into a rain dance. Into Terra Earthquake. Remove negative effects from itself, which is fine. That's huge. There's a second bulk up. And a heat crash. It just used 4 straight things for me, and while everybody else was still able to do stuff. It died before I could do another move. That's so funny. Oh yeah, easy peasy. Everybody was just able to continue doing the raid, and I was just like, I'm waiting. Salty Herba Mystica is huge. A bunch of. Oh my gosh, a lot of XP candies and a lot of HP ups. You didn't get to catch it? Did you already catch it? Have you already done the raid and you just forgot? Interesting. Where is my other 7-star raid? Or my other 6-star raid? Kind of want to see what this is before I do anything else. Yeah, that's really interesting. I don't know why it would do that, not let you catch it. Wait, what? That's weird. Hey, look, it's an Altaria. It is a flying Terra type Corviknight. I don't doubt it. I'm right there with you. I'm not gonna. I kind of want to do this, because this is a pretty good Pokemon to get. Not that I really think I need one, but it doesn't hurt to do it. I don't have an electric type Iron Hands. Not a big deal. Let's do this, and then I'll reset and I can also go Chansey for support if somebody else wants to do damage. Either way works for me. I'm not too picky. Circular, I don't know if you want to do this raid with us or not, but uh, we're getting ready to start it. Not the end of the world. Yeah, feel free to use whatever. I mean, like you obviously you used enough good stuff to not be a detriment to the thing. So I feel like you haven't lost your cooking pass. Yeah, I don't have an electric move, so I just need to survive. Might have to stolen terror chart charges. I might have to just do this. Get double the healing and try and survive. This is really all I have to do is survive long enough to get Terra. Yeah, I'm not going to survive long enough to get Terra. Especially because my Terra is going to be fighting. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of damage anyway. Ah, of course. I mean I should have known that this was gonna happen. Is I'm just like the exact opposite of what I needed in this, but I didn't have anything that was directly good against this, so I'm just gonna get wrecked because I don't have any stat changes now because he just got rid of it after I used belly drum, and he's faster, so I'm gonna die here. Yep. I am dragging the squad down. Yeah, I usually have two iron hands on hand, but I guess I moved one and didn't realize that I moved it. And because I moved it, there's not really much. Yeah. Should have done that after my first death, but okay. It forced me to do a drain punch. Wow. Yeah, I should have waited a little bit longer to do that, but I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I usually have both my Iron Hands available, and not having an Iron Hands going into a fly, or my not even having Wild Charge. Like if I had Wild Charge, that would have been. I mean, no, I would have still died, but yeah, it's not a big deal. It was something interesting to try, but I don't really care to keep on trying. Because it's not imperative to do that raid. The thing that we're after is the emboar raid. It was just a fun like sidetrack thing to do and try, and SHS0V5 Sierra Hotel Sierra 0 Victor 5. Alright, Circular, are you coming? Or are you building that guard chomp real fast? I gotta find the stats that were posted for Zamazanta real fast. So I'm not gonna see chat for a minute. There it is. Or defense is 84, special defense. Yeah, I still think that we do body press, protect, and wide guard, just so that we can avoid a lot of the because it's not like it's not. I don't know. I don't think it's necessary to have both. It might not be necessary to have both, so probably won't matter. I might just do wide guard and get rid of protect and do something else for protect, like but behemoth slam or a heavy slam. Garganackle, breaking swipe. We are in fact winning, David. But yeah, no, we are winning, and we're still trying to come up with a good team. Okay. All right. So, doubles. We're doing doubles because doubles is where it's at. Ooh, we didn't do rain dance. I don't think it really matters that much. Not right this second, at least. Earthquake. So what I have so far in terms of what I have my restricted Pokemon that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Zamazanta or Zamazanta Crowned, which requires the Rusted Shield, which we can get by resetting. Oh, I died. That'll be fine. Um, and then I'm gonna get rid of this and do. I think I'm just gonna do Behemoth Bash. It'll require less RNG in terms of everything else, so should be fine. But yeah, so I have Zamazanta, Water Terra, Dauntless Shield, Rusted Shield's the item, Body Press, Behemoth Bash, Wide Guard, and Iron Defense. Uh, and that should be good there. I'm gonna change that to it is shiny because it's going to be hopefully. Um, and then obviously HP is 244, attack is 4, defense is 84, special defense is 4, and 172 in speed. Just to give it that. Now I just need like the stuff that goes with it, and it'd be nice to use Pokemon that I already have, but I am okay with using things that I don't already have, because then it also gives me an incentive to breed more Pokemon for essentially the living forms competitive decks. I'm not gonna. That is wild. I just looked over at Twitch chat and there was an Entei that spawned. Uh, and then got away, and because nobody's over in Twitch chat. That's wild. Amoonguss is good. Yeah, Amoonguss would be a very defensive Pokemon to go with it. Um, yeah. With Rocky Helmet, obviously, and then Regenerator, and then we have it'll be what, Rage Powder, um, Pollen Puff, Protect, and what was the last one that I remember using? Was it Spore? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if I still have my. Yeah. Alright, I'll see you when you get back. Um, six attack, 206 special attack, defense. I think that is the spread that I currently have for it, so I'm not gonna worry about changing that. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Okay. So we have that. We could do like you said, Pelipper. Pelipper would be good. Raging Bolt. The other Pokemon we want is Pelipper. Pelipper. Oh, it's gonna be just heavy water. I don't think heavy water is gonna be super helpful. Uh, very heavy. Legion, and then Urshifu. Obviously, Rapid Strike. Problem is that that's a heavy water type typing. And that's the downside to it. Because we have Zamazanta, Amoonguss, Raging Bolt, Pelipper, Basculegion, and Urshifu. Obviously, Basculegion female because that's the form that or that's the better statted one because the stats are different. But the stats, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the stats to do, or if that's even the Pokemon we're gonna do. Hmm. I don't know, man. I really don't. But I also could be wrong on the use of Basculegion and Pelipper. We might be able to change that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't. This is a tough idea to theory craft. Hmm. 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 I'm not gonna lie. I actually think a Sun team would make sense for this, and we just swap out one Pokemon for the restricted Pokemon for our Sun team, and then like that be it. And I think that the best thing to get rid of would either be. Mm, mm, yeah, I'm not sure, man. I really don't. I'm sitting here racking my brain. Uh, hmm, hmm, I am so. I'm stumped. I'm not gonna lie. This is stumping me like nothing else because I don't know what would. I don't know if I. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna I. Let's look at Pokélytics and see what they have for like the common. Hmm. Hmm. This is so tough. I'm actually like I'm genuinely stumped because this is like I don't know what to go for, and I don't. Ah. Yeah, dude, I'm stumped because like I really want to do Zamazanta, but I don't know what would go with Zamazanta in terms of like that style. I could go like Zamazanta. Um, I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, this is a stumper because I could do Zamazanta, Incineroar, Urshifu's Rapid Strike, uh, maybe Fluttermane, and uh, like Tornadus. Maybe I don't know. right? Like I could do Incineroar, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Tornadus, Fluttermane, in obviously Zamazanta, and then I have room for one more. I could do um, Tornadus, I guess. I don't. I mean, the other option I have is I go Groudon for Sunset. Golly, I don't know, man. This is yeah. Let's do Incineroar, uh, Tornadus, and Flutter. So we do Raging Bolt Urshifu. That's right. Mm. Yeah, I think that's the way I go. Is I go Zamazanta, Raging Bolt, Urishifu, Rapid Strike, Incineroar, Tornadus, and Fluttermane. That gives me the only other thing that I could think of is instead of Zamazanta, I do Groudon for the Sunset, but I don't. Again, I don't know, dude. I really don't. Hmm. Yeah, dude, I this is tough. I like coming up with an idea that uses Zamazanta uh instead of hmm. Question is, are people I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. What do I want to do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know, man. I yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out and come up with an idea. Uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call today's stream quits, and we'll come up with we'll continue brainstorming in the next stream that we do this. But I can't think of anything that would be good, or that I feel like would be good. Like I might have come up with an idea and then just like had it not been good, or it might have been good and I just didn't feel it. I guess I don't know, but yeah. So that's what we're gonna call today's stream. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you guys did enjoy this one, please remember to smash that like button. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, guys, don't forget to stay frosty. Bye bye.